It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Stunt the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel that pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Stunt the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel that pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Loud, loud, loud. No one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 cheer. Loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. We're back again, and I'm glad to say that already I have the captain of the community in Constantine Dante on the panel with me. I do hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's game. And it's already promising to be a cracker of a game. Manchester City still have hope of winning the Premier League, and we're fighting to play Champions League football next season. So it's going to be definitely a cracker of a game. But in today's show, we will go news hunting for a few minutes, then come back to start discussing the game proper. So it will be a mashup of news hunting and the Chelsea match preview show. I do hope you're all doing well. And let me say hello to Dante. Dante, how are you doing? I do hope you're doing well. And thank you for joining me on the panel. You told me you were going to go take a nap until it's time for the game. But yeah, there you go.
I was. So yeah, good timing as always, coach. But anyway, it's good you're back. So that's, I hope you had a good break.
Yeah. And you know, I told you everything. You some travel and some personal stuff to take care of
Yep.
that I just had to take
That's all
care
good.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that takes precedence first. Doesn't matter. We're
Yeah.
back now, and yes, we're back, and we've got a lot of stuff to discuss.
A whole a ton of stuff to discuss. But we will go news hunting first, as promised. Then come back to start discussing the game proper. Before then, I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat already. Estevao, that's the Maya Fawale. Says Chelsea will lose 3-1 today. Unfortunately, okay, we'll see what happens. I can't say for sure what will happen. Football is, uh, it's a game that you cannot script, and that's why we have what you call the underdogs. And if you want me to give you an example, I can give you one. Hi, this is LinkedIn Liam. I will be sharing player insights and to be key metric and to be key metrics of the game. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. I know who that is. I know who that is. This is saying we have four top chatters, and I'm only seeing I think three here, two here. One of them is Mod Mana, the AI that's policing the chat. It's a match day at the bridge. Estevao Willian, yeah, he's here. I hope he performs. Let's see. Yeah, with that, okay, he's fighting you. Thank you so much. How do I Alista McLean 2003? Thank you. Glad you like the intro. I appreciate you. He says I sense a 2-2 draw, Chelsea 2 up at halftime, and then yeah, capitulating, giving Manchester City the chance to equalize. It's a possibility, which because we just cannot defend. And I think Man City, the way they play, it suits us very well. And I don't think Leon Rosino will make any silly mistakes that he's made in the past. I still think he's a good coach, but I would have loved for him to take things slowly. And I thought he was doing that, but at some point, maybe he thought maybe the boys, you could say, they've bought into his ideas and they've mastered it and it's going to work. And things went downside a little bit, and the whole fan base now are going bananas. Match day, yeah. Thank you for welcoming him. So, Dante, I don't know. Are you looking forward to this one before we go news hunting?
Yes, of course. Like I always say, I look forward to every Chelsea match. Doesn't matter, what our form is, how we are, I always look forward to every Chelsea match. So yeah, definitely. It's a very important game, of course, for both teams, actually. So one's going for the title. Obviously, with Arsenal slipping up, Man City's got extra motivation now. And of course, our motivation is to make the Champions League spot. So, both teams are going to go for it. We'll see what happens. We're at home. So that's usually a little bit of an advantage. But these days with the crowd, I'm not sure how much of an advantage it is, to be honest. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully we can get a result. You know, probably important not to lose this game. I mean, worst if we can at least get a point, because that point will go a long way in the last games. It could come down to that. So, yeah, important not to lose and pick up at least a point.
Yeah, losing will make life a lot more difficult for us. So let's go news hunting. The first item we have on the screen here reads: a club like Chelsea or the new Manchester United would be best for him. Marcel Desailly tells Chelsea to sign him. Here's the thing. More importantly, I like his fighting spirit. He has that Chelsea never die attitude on the pitch. He fights, gives 150%. The only thing he didn't do when he was at Liverpool was put away the chances that come his way. He misses the easiest of chances, which you could argue could be easily corrected. It just a little bit of we could say recalibration. Sorry, I can't pronounce that word correctly. Or a manager that will get into his head. I think he will start firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, look, it's interesting one. You know, he was known for hitting the post nearly every game. He hit the post once, so he was always so close. And now that's a little bit of luck as well. Obviously, always hitting the post. That's pretty unbelievable. There was actually bets going on. Apparently, betting companies they were doing that for him hitting the post. So I don't know if there was anything to do with that, but anyway, he was doing that a lot in games. If you remember when he played us, he hit the bar 4 times when he played us in one game. So look, he's got everything like what you said, but only when he gets to that last split decision making when he's got to finish. Unfortunately, the last couple of years that's been lacking. At Liverpool, it was lacking for a couple of years now. Look, even at Al Hilal, in 16 games, he's only got 6 goals. Now, for me, that's not very good in the Saudi Pro League. You should be getting a lot more in the Saudi Pro League. So, is he comfortable there? Obviously, he's getting paid a lot of money. He's probably very comfortable, but still, he's not really performing for me. So, for me, it's a big pass, in my opinion. That's a bit of a red flag for me. Not having that hunger there as well, that's a bit of a red flag for me, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a player I really like. Just that one thing, you can say the most important aspect of the game, putting away chances that come his way. But I strongly believe that just that's something that can be corrected. And we're not signing him to be our main striker. I wouldn't mind him as a squad player. Then if he
Yeah,
starts putting away the chances that comes his way, I mean, he'd be an excellent signing for us because yeah, he does everything right. Makes decisive runs behind the opposition line, pops up in you could say good places on the pitch, but just doesn't put the chances away. I wouldn't mind him honestly.
coach, just to bring it up, he earns £400,000 at Al Hilal per week.
I mean, if you, I mean, you're concerned that he might not want to
Yes,
sign for Chelsea because I mean, if he would want to, if he's, you could say, if he's hungry, if he wants to play in the World Cup, did they qualify? Did his country qualify?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
What's his nationality again?
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I really like him. So yeah, his salary definitely an
Oh no, they
issue.
qualified.
Except
Yeah, they did qualify. So they're in the World Cup. Yes.
so yeah, so maybe he would want to come and play in Europe. And if there aren't so many clubs interested in signing him, if Chelsea show interest, I think he would take the chance. Maybe even on loan. I don't know.
Loan will no chance because we're not paying that
Yeah,
much money.
but
So I doubt it.
it just doesn't sound like it's gonna happen, given
And
his
coach,
salary.
6 goals.
Except if he doesn't care, reducing his salary just to get a chance to play, to you could say to increase his chances of you could say going to his World Cup with his country.
Yeah,
Then
look,
yeah,
6 goals. I mean, you can still do it in the Saudi league and play for your country. We see a lot of players doing that, but he scored 6 goals this season in that league. For me, that's very disappointing. That's a very bad output, extremely bad output for that league, especially. So, yeah, I would pass to be honest. Like I said, it's if he was lighting it up there and at least scoring confident, but it looks like he's on holiday. So that's a bit of a red flag for me, to be honest. So I don't think I would take him, to be honest. There's way more better players out there and other players to go for than risking that. Now, like what you said, if it comes to pushing Sav and we can't get anyone else and he's like a third option on a really cheap deal, maybe that can work. But otherwise, I don't see us getting him, to be honest. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, context is key. Before I go to Jay, I'm going to catch up with a bit of what you have in the chat and go to Jay. I think we don't know how many chances that they created for him that he scored 6 goals from.
It
We
doesn't
don't know.
matter, coach. Like, it's still the Saudi league. You know, you still got to score a lot of goals. João Felix is scoring a goal a game or something like that. You know, all the other players from the better players that are there, they're all scoring like a goal a game. Some of them even 2 goals per game. So he should be up there, to be honest. But obviously, this is why Al Hilal's getting rid of him as well. He's not doing it for that salary. He's not doing nothing.
Wait, do they want to sell him?
I think he might be on the way out. That's why, because I don't think he's doing well enough. So I think that's part of it as well.
So they're looking to sell him.
Probably just to get him out. They'll probably, who knows? They don't care about money. They'll just pay him out. But yeah, I'm just saying, if he can't make it there, that's a big red flag for me. If they want to let him go as well, like I said, in that league, you're supposed to score a lot of goals.
All right, let me catch up here before I go to Jay to get his opinion on the possibility of Chelsea signing, what's his name, Darwin Nunez. Let's see. Chelsea, we already are getting here, and yeah, get ready. You are looking for my trouble. You think I'd have time to edit that and to accommodate all the names you go by? Or maybe you. My goodness, I'm not talking to you. I have a show to host right now, bro. All right, but nice to see you. Yep, that's Briani Yahayu, aka he's repping hard. X Mark, the Sports Contender FC, Jackson FC, Vivella FC, and the list keeps growing. Yeah, and he's added one more, which is LinkedIn Liam. You're insulting my manager. Also, the 343 Dilemma, Todd FC. Yeah, all of them. Hopefully, I'll find time to edit it. But every time I trigger it, I won't read it. Nice to see you, MBO5. I do hope you're doing well. It's in a minute. He says, big up my bro, Kuchila. Big up to you too, Captain Dante. All of you. I'm about saying hi to everyone.
Big up, Abbas.
Thank you. Reputation there. Yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom so we can get Jay's opinion. Jay, big up and thank you for finding the time to join this the conversation this particular morning. Darwin Nunez to Chelsea. What's your take on that?
Big up, coach. Big up, Dante,
Big up, my
and
bro.
everyone in the chat. Hopefully, I'm audible.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, happy and glad that you're back, and football is back.
Much appreciated, bro.
Yeah, much needed break as well. So yeah, good to hear you again. Darwin Nunez, I would 100% agree with Dante, and I think I would be a bit more extremist. I don't think we need him, and I don't think he needs us as well. I think both footballing wise and even financially as well, as Dante mentioned, his wages and all, I don't think it makes sense at all. And, I think he would be the last thing that we need right now. Why would we need to go, for someone who has been termed as a failure or a flop in Premier League? Liverpool got rid of him for a reason, because he was not really performing to the levels that they expected from him. So yeah, and it's not like, it was 5 or 8 years ago. It's a very recent memory as well. So it's not really automatically going to do some magic for us. And especially we're talking about the Liverpool of last year, who was, who were getting goals for fun. It was a really, free-flowing Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp as well. And, I think he played against us as well in that match at Anfield a few years back. I think he set a record for hitting the goal post, most in a single match. So his striking issue is very, very much real. And for a club like Chelsea, where we cannot tolerate any striker who is bad at finishing. We had our issues with Jackson as well. So I don't think the fan base is also going to, welcome him with the traits that he got. I don't think he's a good finisher. Obviously, he's got some value to him, but I don't think that Premier League is the right place for him to, come back and do something. I think if he can't do that at Liverpool, which was, in attacking sense, much, much better than us and many other teams, then it would be difficult for him to produce anything better than that at Chelsea. So for me, that's a clear, clear no. I don't want him at Chelsea, and hopefully, it's the this news doesn't have any real potential in it to happen. So for me, it's a no for Darwin Nunez.
You don't think the issue in question that we're mentioning him hitting the woodwork, you don't think it's something that can be fixed?
No, because it's not a single entity. That match was not a single entity. What we are talking about, I think he has a track record. There are some players who are associated with some footballing traits, and Darwin Nunez. When you ask any footballing fan, they will tell you that he's a very bad finisher. He got golden opportunities. I remember specifically for Liverpool. I watched a few matches of them, and he was in prime positions inside the box, or uh, uh, open goals sometimes as well. And as I mentioned, hitting the post as well. That is not something which is dependent on luck, because he was doing it quite often. And the other quite often was him missing the whole goal altogether when there was a chance for him to score very easily. So I think that is not something we want. This fan base at Chelsea does not want. And yeah, I think we have João Pedro as well, who would be the number one. I heard you guys talking that it is a good prospect if he comes and be the second fiddle. I don't think that he would anyways agree to be the second fiddle at Chelsea, especially when he is earning that amount of money at the Saudi league. So if he is going to compromise on the wages and money, that is definitely going to happen if he is being assured the number one role, and if he is guaranteed first
Then
team
he can
minutes.
sacrifice the
So
pay.
yeah, exactly. So a lot of the things that you consider doesn't make sense for this deal to happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he still streams during the day. Nothing happened to him. He's fine. We interact a lot on X. So this is Chelsea stats. I think Vince owns that particular account too, with a report on Giovanni Kenda in 23 minutes as a substitute against Estrella. 28 touches, one key pass, seven carries, two defensive contributions, 3/3 duels, one tackles, one recovery. I hope he stays fit until the end of the season. I would have preferred him not actually playing for them again until you can say until you can say for the rest of the season and join us. Pep Guardiola says if you don't win at Stamford Bridge, that's not an easy place to go. Maybe we don't need to make the press conference before the Arsenal game. Wow. Okay. Everybody knows it. You know it. I know it. The players know it. Everybody knows it's England. Okay. I'm not sure what they're trying. In England knows it, maybe. Anybody has anything to add to that, or should I just move on? What Pep said?
He's just stating the obvious and putting pressure on his players. So he's obviously drilled that into them, how important this is. So, that's all he's doing. He's just making sure that everybody knows this is a very important game for them. And if they don't win, probably lose. If they lose, it's all over. Pretty much all over, to be honest. So yeah, he's pretty right when he says that if they lose.
Which, when you say that, that puts even more pressure on them.
It does, but they've got a lot of good players that thrive under pressure. So, I mean, they're used to it. Some of the new ones that are in there, probably not as much, but, they're still, most of that squad is used to it. So that's not a problem at all for them, to be honest.
I'd say it's almost always a problem.
He knows his dressing room, he knows his players, and he wouldn't have said that otherwise if he's, it's very important that you know your players, how they react to something like that. And him saying it, his experience, he knows them very well. He knows how they will react to that. So that's the reason he's saying it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be saying that.
And probably he'll be eager to beat us because of that draw at
Correct. Yep.
yeah, because if you asked him before that game, I'd swear he'd tell you that they're definitely beating Chelsea on that day, especially after firing Enzo Maresca. After the departure of Enzo Maresca, I'm never going to say firing because he wasn't fired, in my opinion. I still feel like he betrayed us actually. But that's by the way. Let me ask you this question. I'll still go to Jay. What I want to ask you is this: do you think we can beat them? If yes, what do we need to do on the day to beat them? Okay, Jay, let me start with you. When Dante comes back, then you will let him
Oh,
speak. Go
no, I
ahead,
thought
Jay.
you said Jay, coach. So
No, but let Jay speak. Let Jay speak.
yeah,
You know
let
I
him.
don't like it, so let's start with Jay.
Look, I think it's a game of football, and these are two good sides. I think there are some quality players on both the sides. Obviously, City has a bit more, added layers to them in terms of quality. But I think on a given day, anything can happen, especially in Premier League when there is a match between the top six sides. Any result is possible. So saying outright that there's no chance for Chelsea to, get 3 points or a victory from here is would be really a fool. So I think there is a
I do.
big
I hope they
there is
come
a
into that game
possibility.
with the mindset that they've already beaten us. You know
Yeah, I
how
think
dangerous that can be. But go ahead, Jay.
again confidence. When there is a must-win situation and you have to, and they are too much charged, it can also turn out to be a condition of overconfidence where things can go wrong and against you. But I think it's a bit different, as Dante mentioned. You know, I just said that. On a given day of football, anything can happen. But the occasion, we have to look at the occasion and the condition of the Manchester City players. There are serial winners in that team, the ones who have, been in such position multiple times and went on to achieve the trophies multiple times. And the number of players are actually quite high, and they have got a manager with them who has a history of winning such matches and such running with different clubs at different countries. He is probably one of the greatest manager of all time, if you ask me personally. So yeah,
I
the
mean,
quality and the
records show that's
occasion.
the case.
Exactly. So the occasion is just too much for them to, for them to be playing around and giving up the points. So it will be quite hard for me. I think the Arsenal result also have given them the fire and the much needed, extra motivation to come here and not really fool around and lose and drop points. So for me, it will be quite hard for Chelsea to get anything from this match. Again, anything can happen on a given day, but yeah, the odds are just favoring Manchester City too much. So I won't be that much shocked if they get the 3 points here, because that would be the result that I am expecting, despite wanting Chelsea to win.
Here's the thing. The truth remains that I think they've had too many opportunities this season to actually catch up and overtake Arsenal. But you could argue they this season they experienced, you could argue, a mini transition period because they
Yeah,
signed a lot
fair
of
point.
players. Yeah,
But
you could say,
coach, you also have to consider the recent context. It feels like they have just been a different side from the past few matches, especially that Carabao Cup final. I think it has worked for them in their favor, and also against Arsenal. It might have just started, a collapse in the Arsenal team, and it might just have given Manchester City the push that they were, needed, that they were requiring for quite a while now. So I think this confidence and this build up that we are seeing from this City team, especially from the last few weeks, I think it's a bit different. It cannot be equal to the one that we have been seeing for this season.
no,
They have been up and down throughout the season,
they've
but
hit
I
the
think,
second gear.
yeah, I mean, what was happening with them throughout the season, I think it's a fair point to raise a concern that why cannot something similar happen against Chelsea, because they have shown us that yeah, when it was required of them to win and get the opportunity to just go ahead of Arsenal, they have fumbled it quite a few times this season. But as I mentioned, it feels a bit different just after that Carabao Cup final. A few of their players, the experienced players, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, even Haaland as well with the fresh hat trick, it feels like there is a bit different feeling in the air for them. And I just don't expect them to, do similar shenanigans and fool around like what we saw from them throughout this season. So for me, it feels a bit different. And this is the city who has a history of demolishing teams in the running when it's the month of April and May, right? So yeah,
Yep,
history
yep.
is
They've hit
also
the
backing
second
them
gear, like I
to
said.
right.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. And Star Slayer 344 says we actually just having a conversation about Darwin Nunez. Are you guys having hearing yourself? Yeah, quite quite clearly. But here's the thing. That's why we're here to discuss it, because yeah, rumors suggest that we're interested in signing him. That actually we're considering. Some are saying we're considering him because we've been told we'll sign Premier League experienced players, and he's Premier League experience. So yeah, if we heard that our club that we're interested in signing him, why not have the conversation? And you've heard from the panelists two saying nope, it wouldn't work. Two of them actually saying if he's not able to score more than 6 goals in 16 games in the Saudi Pro League, why should we sign him? And I played the devil's advocate. I and I asked the question: isn't the issue of him hitting the woodwork? Isn't it something that you can say can be easily fixed? Yeah, that's why we're here. This is for me personally. I would take Senesi at Chelsea. Yeah, that's the next one naturally. But I want to hear from Dante whether he thinks we can beat Manchester City and what we need to do to beat them. I get it. Most likely a draw, in my opinion, but I can't say that for certain until I look at the numbers to get what the numbers will tell me. For me personally, okay, Senesi, I like him. He's a good ball playing defender and also experienced. But let's see. Dante out. He says to break down Man City, we need dribblers to do that. I want to see Estevao on the left wing, NATO right wing. NATO, most importantly, to exploit spaces, and because definitely there'll be tons of spaces for us to exploit. Even I wouldn't mind Garnacho. Just find him. I think he will drag them with his pace and everything. Estevao, okay, we'll talk about the lineup in a bit. As LinkedIn Liam, I promise the fans that the boys will give it all for tonight's game. I don't think he's a bad manager. I've explained why I think the mistakes I believe he made that led to us struggling as we did of late. But that's just my opinion anyway. You'll have every right to argue that yeah, he shouldn't be nowhere near Chelsea. Estevao should turn up just like an Undertaker from WWE today. I think he will have a good game today. All right. We're not going to show the game here. The game is, I think, 10:30 CST. That's Central Standard Time. Dante, to you, let's hear you.
Yeah, look, it depends how Rossini's gonna, line up the team. We do leave a lot more spaces the way he plays because he likes to play that way. I think against Man City, you need to be quite tight, quite a close unit. Keep spaces to a minimum, and basically frustrate
Yeah,
them.
if
And
you
then
give them
catch
space, they
them.
will
They will leave
exploit
a lot
it
of space in
effectively.
behind, and then try to catch them with those vertical balls, etc. Try to catch them out. Now we'll see how he lines up exactly. That's in my opinion how to beat them, and we've done pretty well against them when we've done that. Like I said, we're a little bit different with Rossini. He likes to play a little bit more open. So we'll see what happens with that, which way he goes. But in my opinion, definitely keep it a bit tighter. Frustrate him. Don't give him space. People are saying that why would Tosin even play? Why would it start? Well, he'd actually probably do pretty well if we do play that way. And, he's controlling that back line and clearing everything that comes in the air in the box because they do like to go to
He's
talent.
still our best box defender, no measure.
Oh yeah, of course, 100%.
I think the only thing, if he's on the pitch, the manager definitely has to change the approach. We don't want a situation
Well,
where
exactly.
we find him isolated 1v1 or him needing to catch up sometimes because he's quick, but acceleration is the issue. But go
Exactly.
ahead, what you were saying.
And the players next to him haven't helped too much either, to be honest. So when we did play that way, so yeah, look, we need to play, I think, more tight. Definitely sit back a little bit more. Even if they have a bit more of the possession, that's fine. But you're gonna really restrict them that way. Even when we played them last time, I think they only had 3 shots on target, if I remember right, where we gave them the possession. I think they had more possession than us, close to 60%, and we were, 40 something percent. So we gave them the ball, but it was very hard for them to create anything because there was no space. So they eventually got the goal, but we came back right at the end. So yeah, look, in my opinion, you got to really restrict the space. If we're going to play open and make it a game that's a bit basketball, etc., well, their players they'll rip us apart, especially with our back line. So yeah, look, Rossini, I'm sure he knows that. He's seen it. I don't think he'll play that expansive in this game. I think he'll definitely play to get points. He needs to play to get points. And like I said, 1 point, not the worst in the world. We need the 3 points, but just do not lose. At least pick up that 1 point, because that point could come be very important at the end of the season. So yeah, that's how I think we should play. Yep.
Yeah, so Dante, straight up, while I'm still with you, Senesi to Chelsea, do you see it happen? Is he a player you'd like to see at Chelsea?
Yeah, remember I was saying I didn't think this might happen. I think he might probably go back to Italy. Those big Italian clubs will come for him. So he likes it there very much. He said it on interviews. He wants to go back there one day as well. He said that as well. So we'll see what happens. It depends who comes in for him. Like, we do. If Man United do, who knows? Another big team, Newcastle might offer him big money. It's about the money. I think will be very important for him because it will be his last contract. So I think because of that, look, he's not going to cost anything. It's a free transfer, but being his last contract, a player like that, and he's done very well recently as well. He's like you said, he's very good on the ball, read the play very well. So he would add that experience in our back line that we kind of miss. So yeah, look, I would take him if he's available, but I think it'll be very hard because he wants that last payday, that last check, and he might want to go back and play where he said he loves to. He loves in Italy, he said, so he might want to go back there, to be honest. So we'll see what happens.
All right, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to get into discussing the game. Marco Senesi agents are in close contacts with Chelsea, Tottenham, and Manchester United. So
Yeah.
it's not it's not us alone. Other clubs
I
are
think
interested
if he
in.
gets a big offer, he'll stay in England. And if he gets like Man United come and give him a ridiculous offer, like a massive salary, well, then he probably will stay in. But otherwise, I think he probably, like I said, he said it in the past, he wants to go back there. That's where he loves it the most. I think he's still got family there as well, if I remember, split up there in Argentina. So yeah, look, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty hard because he's a free agent. I think Man United will offer a lot more money because of that.
And I'm quite sure you've also, Jay, let's hear you first. Senesi to Chelsea, a player you'd like to see at the club. And I mean, it looks like, the possibility is there. Whether we end up, you could say, paying him, measuring the salaries that other clubs will offer him, because that's definitely a serious factor there. Whether we are able, you could say, we're willing to measure it, the structure could still be an issue. But let's hear you, Jay.
Um, yeah, look, I think if you ask any Chelsea fan currently, whether you take a player of having some, age experience and Premier League experience, I think most of them would say yes to him. So yeah, I would take him just for his experience and for his experience, particularly in the Premier League as well. And he's not a bad defender. I think he's quite good on the ball as well. Positionally, really solid. There are a few weaknesses, especially his aerial ability, which has been in question quite a few times. And yeah, that is something that we might need to add with some other defender if he goes for him. But overall, I think he's a good package who brings a much needed experience to this young side. And yeah, I would take him. But the con- but the you know but the thing is, I won't. I will only take him if we are going to do something else with another defender as a sole entity, and he is our only defender for the upcoming season. That's a big no for me because then we are not really going to solve a lot of issues that we are currently facing. So he's going to be a good option if we are bringing him with a part of maybe two or three defenders. So yeah, in that sense, I would take him. I don't think he's that old that he wants or he's thinking about his retirement home where he wants a good payout. I still think he's got good years in him. I think he's
He'll
still
be 29.
in
He'll be
those
29.
yeah, I still think that these are the peak years for a defender. I don't think that's way too old for him. I think he will have option to return to Italy, past 33, 32, after 2, 3 years more, and getting an opportunity to play at big clubs like Chelsea and United, the big Premier League clubs. I don't think that is something that players like him would refuse that easily. Obviously, we are not really going to compete if United is going to come for him and offer Champions League football, and plus they don't have the wage restriction as well. So I don't think we can compete if United are serious for him. But again, I think he would be happy to choose one of the two clubs, and I don't think that the Italian dream of going to home and all is going to restrict him at this point. I'm sure he wants to go, but I still think that he's got 3, 4 years in the Premier League, which he might also wants to, try at a bigger club, especially a bigger club playing in the Champions League. So I would be interested. It would be interesting to see which club he picks. I don't think that Tottenham is in the race at all. Uh, yeah,
A lot
if
of players
United
will
and
be staying
Chelsea.
away from Tottenham for now.
Yeah, 100%. They need to secure their own future before securing, the any other player. So
What a way to phrase it. They need to
exactly.
secure
So
their
it's
own
United or
future before
Chelsea.
before looking at other players' future, right?
Exactly. They're going to play a game, I think, against Sunderland away. Roberto De Zerbi's first match. So that is going to tell us a lot of things. They are in the relegation zone, by the way, currently.
I think they probably lose that game. I think they will most
Sunderland
likely
away?
lose it. Why am I saying that? I don't know Deserve to be the sort of person that will sacrifice his principles just to get a result. He even said it. I think he did say something to the effect of trophy is secondary. He wants to enjoy football first.
Yeah, maybe. But again, Sunderland away is not an easy place, anyways.
Yeah,
Even if
in the
Deserbi is
first,
the second
yeah,
coming
first
of
of all,
Pep
yeah, go ahead.
Guardiola, even if he's the second coming of Pep Guardiola, he's not really going to do much, I think, because Sunderland away is really tough fixture. I think only Liverpool and one other team has went there and got the 3 points, so they are really solid at their homes. And Tottenham would be the last team to break that record or do something magical there. So I don't expect them to win today. But again, it's De Zerbi. Maybe some magic can happen. But yeah, let's see.
Let's see indeed. But Jay, I'm still while I'm still with you. It looks like the most likely signing. Um, I I think would be for us would be what's his name Murillo, because maybe there are, but I you can say somehow haven't seen it. There aren't too many other clubs interested in signing him, but Chelsea. Maybe there are,
Yeah.
but I don't see them.
Yeah, Murillo is the one of those guys who has been linked with Chelsea for a few years now, right? We have been in constant approach to get him, and I have been seeing his name linked with Chelsea for 3 or 4 windows successively. So yeah, I won't be surprised that the interest is much stronger for him than any other player because the hierarchy might rate him, the sporting directors, because they want him. They wanted him for quite a few seasons. So suddenly we won't really make our interest disappear. I think the interest is real and solid. And he's a good defender, another Premier League proven
He is.
or
Yeah.
experienced defender, very strong as well. And yeah, I won't mind him as well. So he would be a good defender as well. And unlike Senesi, who's much more modern, maybe good on the ball as well, I think Murillo is the traditional type of centre back who has the physical strength and the fighting spirit in him, which we used to see from the old school defenders. So I won't mind Murillo as well.
Yeah. Before Dante, before I come to you, we have Bobby on the panel also. I'll go to him soon with a question. This reads captivity of negativity 7467. Okay. He says we should lose and let the City catch Arsenal. I don't for any I don't I'm not that sort of in the person. Maybe you are, but I'm not. Even though it could, and you say beating City could end up being the reason Arsenal wins the league. Yeah, but I don't want it. I don't want that to happen. City beating us at home, you can say compounds. You can say for us will be a psychological edge. Yeah, for them going into the coming season, 26-27 season. That's a dangerous mindset to have because we hate Arsenal. I wouldn't for any reason, yeah, pray for City to beat us at home just because I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I'm not that sort of person. I want us to beat them 4-0, 10-0 if possible. Yeah, then come next season when they come to the bridge, they will come with fear. I don't want us to even play well and lose. I want us,
The proper
irrespective of
Chelsea.
how badly we play on the day, I want us to beat them. It's important. But I get it. Some Chelsea fans hate Arsenal so much that they want us to lose to Arsenal to lose to City so Arsenal don't win the league. It just doesn't make any sort of sense to me. But Dante, let's hear you. Murillo to Chelsea. Your thoughts? It looks like that one most likely than Senesi.
Yeah, and just to add to that point before, yeah, people they hate Arsenal, but they also hate the ownership and our manager, so they want us to fail, which is pretty wrong because it's. I saw a poll and it was 50-50 to be honest. 50% of our fans want us to lose because of that. So that's sad because yeah, we should want Chelsea to win every game, but that's just my opinion. I guess people think a little bit different. Yeah, look, Murillo is a very good defender. He's very physical, but the problem is his height. Obviously, he's 5'9", 5'10". That's very
But
short
yeah,
for a
he's
centre
got a
back.
good leap in him.
He's very heavy as well, so his leap is okay, but he's not that good. And yeah, he loses pretty much every single ball in the air. So that is the only problem with him. You really have to play the right system to fit him in. He's one of those players where you got to play the system to fit him in that defense and to have the right players around him. Now, if you don't do that, then you're really exposing him. So yeah, look, I like him. If he can be one of the signings, I would take him, as in another one and him. So yeah, look, he's a very good player. Like Jay said, we've been after him for a while, but now he was definitely leaving because he's not going to stay with Nottingham Forest anymore because they're so down. Obviously, they've kind of packed it in as well, so they're going to need to sell some players as well. So not getting Europe as well. So yeah, look, for me, it's a 50-50 to be honest. I do like him. I like his tenacity. I like his speed. I like his recovery. I don't like his aerial duels. Obviously, he doesn't win many of those, his aerial duels, etc. So if you're going to play in a system that accommodates him, yes. If you're going to play in a system that exposes him, 100% no.
But he's a good box defender too.
On the floor, yes.
Yeah, on the floor, yeah.
Yes. But we have a problem as well at the back because we're lacking aerial. Besides Tosin, really, we're not very good. Fofana's second, and he's not very good, but he's actually second. So, Marilla's very down high in the percentages when it comes to that. So if you do pair him like that with someone, even with Colwell, you compare him, but I don't know. You still, like I said, you still need to have the cover around for him if you're going to play him like that. So for me, it's a 50-50. Depends what Rossini is going to change to next season, what style. If he's still here, what's he going to implement?
Yeah, okay. I'll get to Bobby in a bit. Let's just let me catch up with a few of the stuff we have here. And nice to see you, just God. To be true, he said João Pedro is world class, and next season will shall show. He shall show it. Okay, right now, don't mind a fight for loss. Wow. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Maybe even the right center back and a goalkeeper. I think we're actually a few signs away. I get it. We're not perfect on the left hand side. If we had a good defensive line from this, you can say the start of this season, I think we'll be better off in the table right now. And if you doubt me, go check all the games we've lost. See, I'd argue that probably up to 85 to 90% of those were down to us self-destructing from a defensive perspective. Why should those players okay, choose over other serious teams? I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, but this one caught my interest here. Let me read it, and then I'll move on to Bobby. So, captivity of negativity 7467 is saying, what's more important, Chelsea getting top four and getting knocked out in the group stages, or round 8 like usual, or Chelsea helping Arsenal win their first title in 25 years? Once again, you are you, and I am me, and everyone else is who they are. You have every right to reason like that, but I'm gonna say it again. I don't reason like that. I wouldn't for any reason. Do you know how disrespectful it will be to lose at the bridge? Yeah, to Manchester City. It doesn't matter how you lose. Losing at home is, even if it's away, even if the game is being will be played at the Etihad, I still would want us to win that game. But once again, you are you, and you have every right to reason the way you reason. I get the point you made. I don't get it actually, but I can read it. Yeah, but it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense
coach.
to me. But
So
you go ahead,
he's basically
feel
saying,
that way. Go ahead.
yeah, he's basically saying that, even if we get top four, well, we're just going to get knocked out in the group stages next season at the Champions League. Well, I think we're going to be a much better team next season with some players
Yeah, I
added as
get
well.
that. I understand that aspect. And he's saying his last comment before I go to Bobby. He's saying, we've lost at the bridge plenty. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
the first. So because we've lost at the bridge, we should just keep losing at the bridge. Going by your logic. I mean, if you truly do love this club, you wouldn't want, out of your jealousy or maybe your concern of Arsenal winning the league, want us to lose at home to Manchester City and miss up and possibly miss out of not get to participate in the Champions League next season because you believe we're not good enough. We're not good enough, you can say, to make it past the group stage. Come on. But anyway, thank you, thank you for being part of the
Well,
conversation. Also, I
we made it
respect your
past the group
opinion.
stage this season
Bobby,
as
coming
well.
to
So
you. Sorry, go ahead.
we even made it past the group stage this season as well. So, I mean, that's just not a very good comment.
Yeah, but yeah, that's that's his opinion. Bobby, coming to you. Big up to you. Manchester City at home, a must-win game. I'll take a draw, but if we win, even better. They still have you can say they still have a chance to win the Premier League, and we need to win to improve our chances of participating in the Champions League next season. Bobby, do you think you can beat them? And what do we need to do to beat them? I think we can. I think even when we got a draw against them at the Etihad, we weren't. We were. You can say we had a few players out injured. We didn't have our best players fully fit or something like that. But we still got a draw and could have won on the day. But let's hear you, Bobby. Big up to you. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, big up, guys. Yeah, it's been a while since I think I've joined any live stream. Yeah, I mean, two things I have to say here. I thoroughly admire the patience and the control of yourself and people like you that make these contents, because I would have no tolerance of anyone like that guy talking about losing. And in fact, I think he's a new person. I haven't seen that name before. And I would strongly suspect that's not even a Chelsea fan. I can't see how anybody who has Chelsea in their heart, knowing how desperate Chelsea need points to try and attempt to get into the Champions League places, will be contemplating anything other than trying to beat City today. I mean, that is just so nonsensical. I can't give it any more of my breath, to be honest. Um, I find myself 100% agreeing with Dante. Really, this Murillo guy, as far as I'm concerned, if it is him and somebody else, I would look at it as feasible. But Chelsea have a serious height problem. We have a height problem in midfield. We are not particularly blessed with height in defense. So why are we looking at yet another vertically challenged player in defense? Murillo, he plays well at left back. Yeah, we could look at that. Yes, he could play left centre back, but height, the physicality of our purchases going forward has to be important. If not, we're going straight back to square one, and the protests will start again, and we'll find ourselves doing exactly what we're doing this season. So if it's just Murillo, I'm not for it. He's not tall enough. It's just that simple. And in terms of today's game, I don't feel good about it. Um,
That's a
you know,
first.
I don't feel good about it,
No, but
really.
I appreciate the honesty, but that's a first from you.
Are you still
You
watching it,
know,
Bob? You gonna watch it or not?
I don't think I am. When I say think, I don't know. Once it comes to the time, I'll see. But I don't. A lot of my household will be watching it. I'm not sure I will, because I can't see what Rosenia is going to do in a week. I just feel the more time he spends with the players, the worse it becomes, because they seem to lack understanding of what he wants. I'm not sure what he wants. And if he's going to come with all this passing out from the back nonsense, the high press has put paid to that foolish tactic. He doesn't have the personnel to do that. So I'm not holding my breath. I will never back Chelsea to lose, but I'm tired of the embarrassment. I'm tired of the humiliation. Look, people forget. If you can just give me another minute or two,
Yeah, go
I've
ahead,
got to
Bobby.
say this. Chelsea Football Club is a great club. We forget our history. We forget who we are. We forget that this club, Stamford Bridge, is the oldest football stadium in the English divisions. Stamford Bridge in the 1930s hosted and used to host the FA Cup finals. I think there were two FA Cup finals played at Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge has had and still hold the records of attendance that they held in 1945 against Dynamo Kiev, where over 120,000 people came to attend that game. They couldn't count all of them because many of the people were on the roofs of the stadium and were all over the place. School children bunked off school to come and watch that game. Stamford Bridge was a stadium in which, throughout the late 40s and up to the early 50s, and certainly in the 20s and 30s, was packing in excess of 80,000 people a game. Stamford Bridge actually was Chelsea, to be brutally honest, was founded in 1850. It was called London Athletic back then. The Mears brothers then went to change the name or rather redress the profile in 1905 through the toss of a coin. They were going to either name the club Kensington FC or Chelsea FC because it is located in Kensington and Chelsea Borough. And the coin fell heads, it fell on Chelsea. That's how it got its name converted to Chelsea. And so the foundation date was actually switched from 1850 to 1905. Chelsea Football Club, we all know in modern times, has won every single European trophy out there. Anybody talking about this club not having history is absolutely insane. This is a proud club. So for us to have climbed to the pinnacles of football, winning the Club World Cup, and now start going through all these different humiliations is a little bit too much for me to stomach, to be honest. And that's why I hesitate watching this game. Not that I do not believe we're capable of beating City, but I don't know what kind of team this guy is going to put out. I don't know. I'm not going to be hoodwinked into that 7-0 victory over Port Vale. I just want to see if he has enough about him, enough tactical nous, enough ability to bring discipline, defensive and offensive discipline into this team to be able to turn over City. Is it possible? It is. Is it likely? I don't think so. Now, you're forgetting that Mr. Guardiola has also had a week to prepare his team and also wants the points. It's going to be an interesting game this afternoon. I can't hear you, coach. You're on mute. Or did you mute me?
You've got the you got the speaker on, the moderator speaker on, coach.
Oh,
I thought
all
you
right.
muted me.
I
That was
apologize
why
for
I
that. Can you
that's
guys hear me
why I
now?
shut up. I thought you muted
Yep.
me. That's why I shut
Bobby,
up.
you're gonna have
So
to repeat that all again. Go for the
Bobby,
um,
history
Bobby,
lesson
don't
all
sue
again.
me, please. So I was saying, I can understand how you feel,
I know you
and
don't like me. That's
uh, I know how much you love the club. And I was saying that if I wasn't a content creator, then I wouldn't watch it either. Very difficult. Breaks my heart.
it's
But
painful.
I know this too as a bio. Is it? Yeah. As you could say, believers will say, this too shall pass eventually. I don't believe never. It wasn't. It will never last forever. I think we will learn a lot from it, and I think the mistakes that have led to us finding ourselves in such situation, I don't see it repeating again. I mean, it will seem to a lot of people that it has repeated so many times that definitely it's going to repeat again. I don't think so. But that's just me. And we all, as individuals, we have every right to see it from the following lenses, which is okay. That's why we're here to have a conversation. But
You know,
before we get into the
for a
match,
long time,
go ahead, Bobby.
just to say, for a long time, you've been talking about us actually having a stream where we go through the history of this club. I
We
think a
can.
lot
If you
of,
want us to do that, we can schedule it, find a day. You can say these days we're lacking topics, actually.
I
I
think a
think we
lot of,
just need to do it before the transfer window comes around.
yeah, I think a
But that
lot
was
of,
good. That was good. That was good. Good one, Bobby.
eh,
I loved it. I didn't know. I've never heard of the story of the coin flip, and
yeah.
yeah, leading.
A
Yeah.
lot of people that say they support Chelsea, they don't really know who we are. Now, I appreciate many people cannot get to the club and so on, but I would encourage anybody at any time, if they can afford it, to go on the club tours. And if you can't, to tune into these channels and learn about who we are. And when you know the history of this club, you'll understand why the fan base should be very proud and not take nonsense like talking about losing to City. I don't care if Arsenal win the league, but they cannot come to Stamford Bridge and turn us over. No chance.
All right. Thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate that. Let's see. This is This is a title decider. If City wins, they will be crowned the Premier League champs. It's mixed feelings for me. I am good with any outcome, regardless. I don't trust us finishing top four. You have every right to see it the way you see it, or to you can say feel the way you feel. Like I said, under my coaching, the boys will give it. We'll give it all. Win or lose, the boys give it all. Listen, I've said what I said. He's made some mistakes, and I can actually debate anybody on why I think what has led to us struggling of late. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad manager. I think he was too quick to make too many changes in terms of his approach, but that's my opinion anyway. He says another season of getting into top four, but not another season of winning titles. Yeah, last season we won two. We won two. We won two non-domestic titles, one European, one global title. You cannot discount that. But not another season of winning titles. Do you really think these players, including Sanchez, have the cojones to win the UEFA Champions League next season? Be logical, please. In terms of, there's something called the underdogs. Let's start from there. Logic doesn't apply that much. I mean, it applies, but sometimes there are things that you can, if you follow football long enough, there are things that have happened that definitely tells us that, that tell us that football doesn't follow logic. The year that Leicester City won the Premier League, they defied science, they defied logic, they defied anything, whatever that comes to mind. Yeah, if some people actually already gave Arsenal the title, now it's looking like they might end up not winning it, and it's a real possibility. On the two occasions that we've won the Champions League, if you ask some people, they tell you we didn't deserve to win it. Because going by logic, in 2012, look how many chances Bayern created. Yeah. Have you forgotten? Look how we got to the final, to that 2012 final. In the one we beat City 1-0, nobody gave us a chance. Club World Cup against PSG, nobody gave us a chance. So sometimes I think what logic can tell you, logic can tell you, can say, logic can tell you, you can say a possible outcome, but don't bet your life on it, because we have something called the underdogs. But that's a small opinion anyway, and you're entitled to yours. All right, let's see. What else we have here? Pre-game match to Chelsea, maybe. Explain to me how a team fighting to get into top four every season expect to win the title, let alone the UEFA Champions League. Do you believe in magic or fairy tale? You two, I should say, you two wake up. Maybe you don't understand football. By logic, you could say this is not possible. It's not possible. This team winning the league, and boom, they win it. They defy logic and win it. And that's why we have what is called underdog in football. And the fact that
These
you
are not
cannot
Chelsea
script
fans.
football simply means that football defies logic. Because you cannot say the team that you can say that have better players, that has better players will definitely win a game. Can you tell me, Arsenal, don't they have better players than the team that beat them 2-1? Bournemouth, right? They have deeper squad, better players, irrespective of how many players they have out injured. Those that are fit enough, they are capable of beating Bournemouth 5-0. So I'm done trying to preach to you, man. I have other comments to get to here. All right, but that's by the way. Let's get into the match preview exercise proper. And I give it to you. You've won. I understand your point, but I disagree. And I have every right to disagree. And you have every right to disagree with my opinion too. So let's just leave it at that. No need for the back and forth. It's not going to lead us anywhere, because you're not going
I
to
think
convince me to start saying, we should lose to City just for to ensure that Arsenal doesn't win the trophy. I will
I
never
think
ever agree with you.
I think I think this guy is kind of confused between cup competitions and Premier League. Not always, most of the times actually, I would say that if your team is the best in Europe, you're still not going to win the cup competitions, especially the Champions League. It happens a lot of time. It has happened with us twice as well. Maybe if
Hmm.
he's going to apply the same logic to Premier League, then we have a point. But I don't think that with Champions League he's making any sense, because the best team doesn't always goes on to win the Champions League, and it has happened a lot.
Yeah. And thank you for that. Anybody else has anything else to add to that so that we can get to the match preview exercise, do the lineup prediction exercise, get it done as quickly as we can, and yeah, go watch our enemies play today. Anybody else? All right. I'm guessing
No,
nobody.
move on.
Sorry?
No, coach, move
All
on.
right.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Simon, when did I vote? Have I voted already? I don't remember voting. But anyway, it says voting is closed. It says 55%, 55% believes Chelsea will, Man City will beat Chelsea at the Bridge. 25% believes it will end in a draw, and 20% believes it will end in a draw. 25% believes Chelsea will beat City at home. And they're predicting, okay, let's not look at their prediction anyway, but I can just breeze through it quickly. But that's by the way. Let's look at insights. Chelsea have lost four straight. Okay, we've lost four straight games. Before the break, conceding 12 goals in total. Dang it! How many of which? 8 of which were scored by PSG against us. So that's it's important to note that. Chelsea rank fourth in the Premier League XG table despite sitting 60 in the actual standings. Yeah, we've been awful in terms of putting away the chances that come our way. Suspended Enzo Fernandez leads the Premier League in line breaking passes this season. Some Chelsea fans will see that and lose their mind and start questioning why the manager has decided to suspend him. For me, I'm the sort of individual that will suspend him too. If I were in charge, I'd suspend him too, because yeah, the bigger picture for me, not necessarily how he feels or how the fans feels in this case. I think we can actually do without him and still get a good result. But here's the thing: if we lose against City, definitely a lot of fans will blame the manager for that. Will blame the absence of Enzo Fernandez, and then in turn the manager. So Haaland scored 19 Premier League goals before Christmas, but just a three in 12 matches since then. City won 2-0 at Arsenal and beat Liverpool 4-0 in their last two cup matches. City trail Arsenal by 9 points with a game in hand, and host the Gunners. They will host the Gunners next week. Haaland scored a hat trick in the 4-0 FA Cup and demolition of Liverpool last weekend. Interesting. So I don't know. Anybody else has anything anything to add to that before we go to the lineup prediction exercise? Team form in 5 matches, City won 2, lost 2, and drew 1. In 5 matches, Chelsea lost 4 and conceded a lot of goals. 8 alone to Paris Saint Germain and won only 1. Yeah, you can say against the easiest of teams, in my opinion. Um, Shoot, that doesn't look good. Yeah, but that's by the way. Anybody else? Anybody on the panel has anything to add to that before we go to the lineup prediction exercise? Get it done as soon as possible and call it a day. For me, it doesn't look good, but you can't say for certain we're losing this one because of team form. You cannot script football. Yeah. But let's hear you. Anybody on the panel want to add anything to the team form, the insights that I read out? Up to you. Let's hear you. If not, we will move on to the lineup prediction exercise.
All good. We'll talk about it there, coach, when we pick the teams.
Sorry?
We'll talk about it a bit more when we pick the teams.
All right, let's go. Let's go for it. I'm sorry, why is this acting behaving like this? Give me one sec. F11 there. All right, let's go to this guy here. I'm gonna do the Juju predictor thing. I'm still training it with the statistical input, and I'm not sure how well it is right now. There are a few discrepancies. I can't pronounce that word. Discrepancies. Dang it. All right, let's see. So I'm going to click on the Juju predictor to see what it tells us. And I need to correct the record in there. That's not accurate. I hope it's logging it in the database. Otherwise, all its previous predictions will be gone. So let's see what Juju predictor will tell us here. Hopefully, it is working. It's working with accurate, up-to-date information. It thinks it's going to end in a 1-1 draw. Huh. Okay. Manchester City have historically troubled Chelsea despite the quality gap. Expect a tighter contest than the stats suggest. Okay. High chaos factor 810. Expect the unexpected. Yeah, it could break either way, but most likely will break in the way of Manchester City. Historical bogey team Manchester City often trouble Chelsea and vice versa. 3 unavailable for Chelsea. Let me see if the database is accurate, or maybe if I need to fix something later. Injured Cowell, Isugo, Gittins. Isugo is still not injured. I think it's available. Gittins suffered a setback, so that one is correct. So all right. Juju predictor says he ends 1-1 draw. And let's look at team comparison. Let's do that. Team comparison. Let's see how we compare to Manchester City. Probably a bit better attacking numbers than us. All right, let's see what we have here. Manchester City, better pressing, more goals, better attacking, better possession, better counters. That's accurate, actually. Physicality, they're more physical than us. Better defensive record than us this season. We know this. We lost our last 4 games, then 1 win against Division 30 team. For them, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Goals conceded, they've conceded more goals than us, but yeah, spread out. Yeah, we've conceded 53 goals in total. Goals scored, so to speak. They scored 60. We scored 53. Goals conceded, they've conceded 28. We've conceded 38. We've conceded more than them, 10 more than them. Clean sheets 12, 9 for us. Wins 18 wins for them, 13 wins for us. I think which one of the teams have lost an equal amount of games as Chelsea, but we've drawn a lot more than them. Draws 7, we've drawn 9. Losses 5, we've lost 9. Points 61, and we're still in 48. In the last 5 games, they won 4, drew 1. We didn't win any. Yep, 1-1 draw, 3-1 draw. My goodness. Okay. So the odds are against us. But yeah, anybody want to speak on that before we go to the lineup building exercise? All right, I'm guessing no.
We should
Go
like
ahead.
it. You like it that way when we're underdogs anyway, coach. So it's good.
Yeah, we're underdogs. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just want to add the same thing. It's the perfect match for Chelsea to produce a result, especially a victory. Whenever the odds or the situation is like that, when everything is just favoring and it looks like the likely outcome would be a victory for the opponent, that is when this Chelsea comes out with the most, incredible performance. So again, I know that the most obvious thing is for City to take the 3 points here, but I won't be shocked if we are going to see one of the best performances by Chelsea tonight. So yeah, don't be surprised, to see that outcome, because it is very much in the genes of this club to do such weird things.
All right. Bobby, anything you want to add before we start building the lineup? Hey, how about you, Dante?
No, coach, go ahead. Let's do the lineup.
All right, definitely. It doesn't. We've heard. I think was it João Pedro that said something that suggests Jorgensen is going through a lot right now, aka he still hasn't recovered from that awful outing against Paris Saint Germain. So
Well, he
usually,
had an operation, coach. That's
sorry.
why. Well, he had an operation.
Oh, he had an operation, not necessarily because of that game.
Yeah, yeah. After that game, he had an operation, so that's why he's been out.
All right. So let me see what this brother has to say here. It's much better to be in competition. You can win than one you hope you can win. The Europa League is our level, not the Champions League. Okay, if that's how you feel. All right, let's see. As a nice guy, I usually take care of the goalkeeping position, which is the most difficult. I don't want you guys to crack your head trying to figure it out. Dante, let's hear your back four. We'll take it one by one. Give us your back four. Then I'll go to Jay and Bobby. If they disagree, then yeah, we debate it. For me, I don't have much say because I've not been following a lot going on of late. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, look, Cucurella, I think, like I said, if we played the way we played, then definitely Tosin, and you'll have Fofana and Gusto.
So you think it's gonna be who right back?
Gusto, well, yeah.
You think it's gonna be yeah, I agree. And then left back,
Yeah, Cuckoo, yeah.
Kukukukurea.
Ooh.
Two centre backs.
Tosin and Fofana.
You think Tosin starts this game?
If if the game plan would be to do that, I would definitely start him, and I think he will start him if he does play that way. If he doesn't, if he wants to go a bit more
He
attacking,
might, yeah. I think he
leave a
might
bit more
actually
space,
start.
then he won't.
He might actually start because he's the only one I believe that's capable of stopping Haaland aerially.
Exactly, yeah. And if we sit a bit deeper, he can any balls coming into the box, he's got a 90%. He gets them pretty much 90% of the time. So
His
yeah, look, I
caliber
think that
definitely
if
out.
he wants to play a bit more expansive, well, then probably Hato could play in that position, no problem as well, in my opinion. So it could, yeah, just depends what he decides on the game style.
All right. I'm going to catch up, then we'll go to Bobby and hear his opinion on the four you've selected for the back line. But let me catch up here. We have Estevao Willian here asking me, Coach, you want us to lose or win today? I want Arsenal. I don't want Arsenal winning the league. I want us to win. I don't care whether Arsenal wins the league after that or not. Uh, Listen, I think this is very common. You can say with kids supporters, really.
Yeah, it's 50% of the supporters, coach.
Yeah, it's
That's
very common with kids, and
the younger generation. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I don't want that to happen. Big up to you, my bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your support. I do hope you're doing well. Welcome, coach, and big up to the panel. Big up to you too. I do hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's been a minute. I had to take a break for personal reasons, not necessarily a break because otherwise I've been busy too. I took a break from hosting shows, but at the same time was doing all the stuff that kept me busy. Even those things I wasn't able to do them with a peace of mind, not in a bad way. I've been told that that a girl, because I had three boys, they were troublesome, and I was told that once a girl comes around, everything will be fine. But she's worse than the three combined, actually. I don't want to talk about it. But let's see what the manager does. I suspect Tosin might actually start. He's a good defender, in my opinion. The best box defender we have, best aerially. The only thing is that you have to approach the game in a manner that will conduce his deficiency. You don't want to do something that will lead to him finding himself isolated and needing to catch up with the player because his acceleration is an issue. But if he can find a way to conduct that or mask that, he will take care of anything that's put in the box aerially and on the carpet. He's doing that very, very well. Centre back Achampong and Fofana. Do I think Achampong starts this game? Possibly, but I don't think he starts. And says, I don't think it matters who or what players start today. Okay, we'll see how that ends. No Tosin, we'll see what happens. And Wally Waldo, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. You can have it both ways. You either want Arsenal to win the title or you don't. I don't want Arsenal to win the title. Is that how clear you want it? I don't want them to win the title, and at the same time, I don't want City to beat us. I can eat my cake and have it this time. Arsenal, if they win the league, let them win it by, you can say, by their own work. If we help them win the title by beating Man City, so be it. I don't want them to win the title. At the same time, I don't want us to lose to City. I don't care if that leads to them winning the title. It will pain
It's actually
me.
embarrassing.
Yeah, what are you trying to tell me here? I don't want them to win it. At the same time, I don't want us to lose to City because I don't want them to win it.
I think the response to that is that we've helped them by losing those games we lost at home. This isn't the game.
Let them put in the work they need by beating the teams they're supposed to beat. If at the end of the day City fluffs it and they win, fine. But I don't want to have to I don't want a situation where the season ends. It counts. Yeah, they beat us too. Listen, I'm not sure how I say to tell you. I'm actually getting confused by reading your comment more. So I'm gonna not read anything about that again, bro. I do not want to lose, and I don't want Arsenal to win the title. Yeah, it's that simple, and I'm allowed to feel that way. We need to beat City, and if Arsenal ends up winning the league even after that, fine. I don't want City to beat us.
Yeah, coach, but you do realize the protest will be much better if we lose next week.
Sorry?
The protest will be much better if we lose next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get where you're coming
beat
from.
Man City.
All right, Bobby. So people want us to lose for the sake of Arsenal. I don't care about them. I care about Chelsea. It's really that simple. I want my club to win a game. It doesn't matter whether. Dang it. Jesus Christ. Bobby, let's hear you. You've heard you can see the back line that Dante selected. Let's hear you. Do we still have Bobby there? Okay, maybe I'll go to Jay. Okay, go ahead, Bobby. I see you've unmuted.
Is he?
No, he's not. Okay, go ahead, Jay. Jay, I mistook him. You unmuting for him.
Yeah. Just want to add a little on the previous topic. I think it's quite embarrassing in the last few days that we are doing this, losing to City and all. I think we have put ourselves in the bracket of Tottenham in the way that, our own success or our own existence doesn't matter when it comes to the success of Arsenal. So it's quite embarrassing that a big section of our fan base is actually preaching this. And yeah, it's very embarrassing, and I think it just
Jay, you can
also
actually
comes from
say
the
that
fact.
is no different from someone saying we should lose to a certain team so that Tottenham can get relegated. It's no difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same thing, and I think it also comes from some of the bigger content creators. I think Matisse is one of them who actually, entertaining the idea about us losing for the sake of Arsenal not winning. So yeah, I think the bigger content creators also need to take a better responsibility because they are the one who are going to influence the larger section of the fan base.
All right, Jay, let's hear you. The back four that Dante he's selected, I'm quite sure you have a problem with Tosin starting, but
Yeah,
I
hundred
think I
percent,
suspect
hundred
he might
percent.
actually start. But go ahead.
Look, pretty much the same. I mean, exactly the same. I don't think there is going to be any difference. I think it's going to be Gusto, it's going to be Fofana, it's going to be Cucurella, and it's going to be unfortunately Tosin because we don't have any other options. I don't think Sar is ready, and I think Hato is a experiment that he's not really going to do in such a
Wait, let
bigger
me ask:
magnitude of game.
is this guy is Chalobah who is still out that you're certain Tosin starts?
Chaluba is out. Colville is not ready as well, and Sar and Hato are the two other options. I do not think that Sar is ready to play this big of a game, and Hato, he's not really tested Hato as a center back in the previous game, so this would be a game too big to do such an experiment. So that by default makes Tosin the one to start, which is not something I would like. But again, that's our only option. And yeah, I would agree he gives us some aerial advantage, but he brings some other deficiencies as well. But anyways, that is the center back pairing that is going to happen because we don't have any other option.
Mm. Okay, since I'm still with you, 2 6s.
Caicedo is surely going to start. Just the added fact that he needs to be careful. If he gets a yellow, he's going to miss the next 2 games. So, but still, I think we would start. He needs to be careful, and I think Lavia would be the other one to partner him. Again, it
You
could be
don't think
Santos, but I think Lavia would be much better option, and I think Rosinha do trust Lavia more.
you how have you come to the conclusion that he trusts Lavia more?
I mean, there wasn't really any, proof or any thing for him to bench Santos and bring Lavia in, and he has played him in a few matches as well. So it's just my gut instinct that says that for the bigger matches, it's going to be a pairing of Lavia and Caicedo. But I can easily be wrong as well because Santos is the one from Strasbourg who he has a proper connection. But it's just my gut instinct that says Lavia and Caicedo will be the pairing.
Lavia isn't quite there yet. Even though he was again, that game was against Port Vale. He was defensive. He did a lot of work defensively, a lot more than I've seen him do on the Chelsea shirt. Because I don't trust Lavia in terms of him shielding or screening the defensive line effectively. His thing is beating the press, and he has excellent passing range in him. I know a lot of people don't give him credit for that, and but in terms of defensive you can say contributions, I'd rather Santos on the pitch. I don't know. He himself he's looked shaky at times, but yeah. Let's say you Dante. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this will probably be the pair as well, just because Lavia is back, is
Can
ready
you
for
just disagree?
no, well, he's ready for full minutes. And if we look back in history, when he did play against these teams last season, etc., he's very good at that. When Maresca put him in, in a double pivot, he was very good at all those games. So if he's got
But
someone
do
next
you
to him like
trust him
Caicedo,
when compared to Santos? Which of the two players is more? You say better at protecting the defensive line.
they're both pretty equal, to be honest, in my opinion.
I'd give it to Santos really. On occasions, you'd see Lavia commit fouls.
Yeah, but the only thing, Lavia doesn't get pushed off the ball, where Santos does get pushed off the ball. Big difference.
Even though the other one is bulkier.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, well, he's much stronger. Lavia is a more muscular. He's much stronger, so he doesn't get pushed off the ball very easily. Where Santos can get pushed off the ball. I've seen him many times. So for me, Lavia, he's got Caicedo next to him. I think that's a perfect partnership for that. I think you need those two back there. Look, Santos might even play in that 10 roaming, but coming back a bit in between those two as well. So it just depends what Rosinha is going for, a bit more defensive, a bit more attacking, and leave a bit more attacking in the second half.
So
We'll
you
wait
think we
and see
might
what
still
happens.
see the
But
three of them on the pitch?
You could, yeah, because it clogs
I
the
think Bobby
midfield
would
up.
like to see that. A three-man
Yeah, it
midfield is
clogged
always
that
his call.
midfield up, especially where City like to play. That's where they like to play with all their four players in behind, all their attacking midfielders and stuff. That's where they like to play the most. So if you plug that area up, well, that's going to make it really difficult for City, and that's what Maresca did last season as well. Like always played the two pivots against them because it restricts their strengths. Basically, they don't get as many chances. Like I said, they had 3 shots on target this year when we played them, and last year as well. Around I can't remember exactly. It was pretty much the same, I think. So if you play them, there were two pivots there. You're really gonna even a third coming in when you're defending, an extra body in the midfield. Well, that's really gonna reduce the danger and their chances as well. So they're gonna have to then go wide. They won't be able to go through the middle. They have to go wide. And having Cucurella wide, Gusto wide, we're pretty good there with the speed as well. So I think you might don't be surprised if you might see all three of them start. To be honest,
It's a possibility, Jay. What do you make of the argument that we could see the three of them start?
I mean, on paper, it's a really good idea, especially when City got a midfield which, deploy Bernardo Silva and Rodri. So they've got a really, really good midfield, a powerhouse, a Ballon d'Or winner like Rodri as well. So it's good and ideal, on paper to counter that midfield with a three-man midfield of, Caicedo, Lavia, and Santos. But then again, I think we have to sacrifice on the attacking wings just to add this extra midfielder. So I think that is the only logic where I think he might want to play both Neto and Estevao just for the attacking threat. But yeah, it could very much happen as well because it adds a bit more strength to the midfield, which you would want against Rodri. So yeah, very much possible.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. They don't realize that, but some of them know, but they don't care. Lavia and Caicedo, I think so too. Let's see, Spurs going down. It's interesting. It'd be interesting to see what De Zerbi does today, how they apply themselves, whether he'll be focused on playing beautiful football rather than, you can say, being as pragmatic as possible and getting a good result. But I have a feeling he might play Lavia, Caicedo, and Santos. Three of them wouldn't be bad. This I can agree with you to a certain extent. But even at that, it's also embarrassing. Go look at the teams that have beaten Man City this season and Arsenal this season, and how much Arsenal have spent compared to that team. It's not just us. Whereas I'm not saying I'm agreeing that yeah, it's not okay that we spend that much money and
and you
still
haven't
have
even mentioned
issues.
Liverpool,
Some
coach.
of the issues we have in our squad, and Liverpool too. How much they spent this season. Look at the teams that have beaten them. How they've beaten them. So yeah, we've changed topic now. I hope you can move on to. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. We appreciate you all. Let's see what else do we have.
Just a
Roberto De
little
Zerbi
concerned
will save
how
spots if he switches his approach. If he adopts a more pragmatic approach rather than, you can say, be bent on playing beautiful football. But if we're going by what he said, which was why Chelsea fans didn't want him saying that yeah, trophy, basically saying trophy is secondary for him. He wants to enjoy himself first. But let's say you, Bobby, you were saying something.
I'm concerned about Gusto at the right back, how he's going to handle Semenya. Because Gusto has two problems. One, aerially, he fluffs his lines a lot. And secondly, it's not that he doesn't have the speed, but does he have the guile to deal with someone like Semenya in a Man City side that will have the likes of, what's that midfielder of theirs again? Well, they have very, very potent midfielders. And then they have the Moroccan kid that has an eye for goal. We really have to be careful. I do think the three-man midfield is a way to go, but the flanks also, we have to be on our A game, and we can't have Gusto making silly mistakes.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Bobby. In terms of actually stopping the crosses, Gusto is good at it. I understand your point of him not being good aerially, but he's good at, you can say, 1v1, stopping 1v1s. He's good at that. Um, I'd rather have him there and have others take care of the area issues in the central area. But in terms of stopping the crosses, Gusto is good at it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a choice anyway. But I'm not saying Gusto's a bad player. He's a very good player, especially going forward. But defensively, he can't lapse. He can't let his concentration slip at all.
No, I think he'll do well. I've seen him stop even the best of players in the Premier League and elsewhere. Just aerially, he's not good. I agree with that. But Kim, so nice to see you. It seems like you're one of those who want Chelsea to lose. Given what you're saying, yeah, it's easy to to get. That's exactly what you want to say. Bobby, what do you make of the players who picked so far? I'm not part of the those that picked the lineup because yeah, I've not been following what's going on. I don't know who's fit and who's not fit and all that. But let's hear you, Bobby.
I can't disagree with any of that, especially in view of what we have available. It seems there's no Chalobah, so yeah,
Hmm.
Tosin's going to have to be one of the centre backs, but he has to stay deep. He can't wander forward, which is a problem in itself because that kind of
And we
invites,
can't play with a high line.
yeah, it invites pressure. So I don't know. It's a bit of a dilemma. Do we risk Josh? That would be interesting. But this the game for that? I would love to have seen him play, but I think this game needs some experience and a bit more maturity. I just hope Tosin has a good game.
All right. Give me the three in behind the strike. Behind the striker. Let's hear you, Bobby. Then I can go to Jay and Dante. See if they agree or disagree with you.
Well, since we're playing a three-man midfield, it would be Santos somewhere in there in the middle.
Okay, let's
Um,
say Santos here. Since we believe he will play with a three-man midfield, I think that creates. I don't see the three of them starting. I think Razia will feel like the two sixes there will be enough to shield the defensive line properly, and then he's going to go with all attack-minded players. Again, three behind the striker and the striker. So, but go ahead, Bobby. Let's hear you.
well, I would have Santos with Palmer and Neto to start.
Okay, you don't think Estevao starts?
No,
I think Estevao starts this game. But that's just my
just an
opinion
opinion.
anyway.
Yeah.
Um, give me 1 second here. All right, sorry guys. Let me see. I'm looking for NATO, Pedro NATO here, left hand side. Yeah, let me just plug in number 9. There, I don't think we'll debate anything there. João Pedro. Jay, let's hear you. The three. That Bobby believes that Santos will start this game. Do you think the same?
No, obviously, I think Estevao is definitely going to start. Personally, I think it's hard to not play him when he's fit, and I think the manager has been praising him a lot. He has been a fan of him, just like the fans as well. So I think a fit Estevao definitely starts this game and get a place in this Chelsea lineup. Just because we don't have any better winger than him, I think it's hard to produce, hard to bench a quality like Palmer and Esteva on the bench. So just for that sake, I think if he's fit, he's definitely going to start. So automatically Palmer goes in the 10 and Neto by default has to start on the left hand side and João Pedro will be the number 9 as well. So for me, I think Esteva is going to start this match.
I think I agree. He's been. You could say he's fine now. He's 100% fit now and looking sharp as ever. Wasn't that sharp against even though he was Port Vale, he wasn't that sharp. But the signs are good. I think he starts this game. I'd be shocked if he doesn't start. But Dante, let's hear your thoughts. I need to update this lineup. It's everywhere really. With Bonanete still
Yeah,
there.
I'll mix it up a little bit just for different opinion.
But let's hear
And
you.
yeah, Garnacho on the left.
You think Ganacho starts over Neto, or are you just kidding?
No, over Neto, yes.
Really, he could.
So I would have that. The rest the same, but I would have Garnacho probably start just because he's in the past he's always played really well against Man City, especially at Man United. Obviously, he's done very well. So he can cause them a lot of problems with his speed and his direct play. And if we sit a little bit deeper, then I would probably expect him. He can definitely do that. You can bring either way. Neto that they can rotate. Depends which one starts, but like I said, I've seen it when I've watched some derbies. He's done very, very, very well against Man City. He always plays very well against Man City because he's got that space to run in behind. So I would probably, and he's a better crosser of the ball with his left foot than Neto is. Neto likes to cut it back across a little bit more on the right always. So
I
yeah,
think
look,
I agree with you. He looks to create more than Neto does.
just because Neto is not as comfortable on that left, yeah, definitely. So I think I'm gonna just go with Garnacho, just an opinion, and yeah, the rest the same. But Garnacho to start.
All right. Anything else you guys want us to talk about? I'm quite sure nothing new emerged as the show progressed. So Dante, here's why Neto remains there because I picked Neto, Bobby picked Neto, and
All
Jay
good.
picked Neto. So it's a losing one for you.
There's no losing, coach. It's an opinion. Like I said, I don't want to be the same, so I'll mix it up a little bit. And like I
So you
said,
you just being nice? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, a little bit, being a little bit nice, and just the stuff, the interviews Garnacho gave during the week as well, the stuff he was saying as well. So I think that was very positive, and Rosina response to those kind of things was very positive. And yeah, look, it sounds like he's been working his butt off in training, so he really wants to start this game. Like I said, he likes playing against Man City, so yeah, it could be an
I
option
mean,
for him.
I wouldn't mind him either. He's good at exploiting spaces. Just find them. The question is what he does with the final ball. Um,
Well, that's why, because if it's going to be a bit more open till it's 0-0, especially the way they play City. So, if we need to, if then they score a goal and they sit a little bit deeper, sometimes they will do that. Well, then he'll become very ineffective. So you can then you can bring probably Neto on. So from the start though, go chase, go positive, and go try to get that first goal over Man City. Because if we get that first goal over Man City and we still keep playing the same, sitting back a bit, and try to catch them on the counter with the vertical balls, etc. Well, then yeah, they're going to be even more open because they're going to want to score. They need to score 2 goals then. So yes, that first goal is very important. So that's why I think I'll put Garnacho. Just stuff that was said during the week, how well he does against Man City, and what Rossini said about him as well. So we'll see what happens.
the truth remains, irrespective of how well they're playing at late, I think they'd be very shaky defensively.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they have been all season.
Because the one game was that I was saying they were lucky they didn't lose, but I think it ended in a draw. A few games that ended in a draw that they could have lost actually. But
Yeah,
Jay
City have
and Bobby,
been.
anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm refreshing the X page, Vince's X timeline to see if anything new emerged as the show progressed. Probably not. I'm not sure we're gonna do a pre-game show. If we can, I will schedule it. Creating thumbnails these days is very easy because yeah, we developed an app for that. But let me see. One second here. Let me see. I'm trying. All right, let's see. Our defense should be on their A game today, please. I don't want us to be. I don't. Whatever happens, I don't want us to be embarrassed again. Because yeah, it will. Our confidence will take a serious hit, and that's usually very difficult to correct at this stage of the season. A few games to go. Before you correct it, now you're done correcting it, it'll be over. So this is a tweet by Vince a few seconds ago. Let me show the presentation page. We'll go from there and see if we missed anything. Man United are slightly behind Chelsea and Tottenham in the race for Bournemouth defender Marcus Senesi, whatever that means. Just absolute nonsense reporting there.
No one
Okay.
can be behind Tottenham.
Sorry?
No one can be behind Tottenham. That's
Yeah,
BS.
exactly. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Liam Rosinho on Chelsea's inconsistency. He says we've got to the profiling right of the group. That's not just down to experience. It's down to type of players, how we manage game. Game management, value in set place, value in intensity at times, and on whatever he says there. So I think that's it. Actually, we've covered everything, and I'm tired too. I need to take a break. Anybody else has anything else they want to talk about?
No, coach, go get your rest. No problem.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. I want to say thank you to Bobby for finding the time to join the conversation, and my bro Jay, and also the captain of the community in Constantine Don too, and also the coolest Charles, my bro Tobago, and the LinkedIn Liam. A lot of names that I don't want to start calling because I'm already tired now. And captivity to negativity 7467. Thank you for your for being part of the conversation, Kim. So, all of you, and if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And
Cheers, guys. Take care.
cheers.
Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge, we rise, never wrong. With every goal, we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Keep blue flag flying high, fly From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Keep blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge, we rise, never wrong. With every goal, we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Keep blue flag flying high, fly high. we share, each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire.